What's good, Lotus X Universe? Your boy Jokes is here. Got the homie Sin. Got the homie Marcus. This is just a quick Raw after Mania recap. Um, Obviously the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania typically has some huge things that happen, some big pomp and circumstance coming out of the WrestleMania weekend. Gentlemen,
Yeah.
what do we think of Raw after Mania? Sin, I'm gonna start with you.
I thought the Raw after Mania, I thought it was good. I don't think it was great or so extravagant as previous ones might have been. I think this was a good one for me. For me personally, coming off of WrestleMania 40, I like the addition of NXT into it. At least having the champions coming out in front of our audience.
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing all three general managers backstage together having a conversation, including the NXT brand. So we had some surprises, that we saw coming.
Mm-hmm.
We had stuff that we didn't see coming. I think overall just good. Before we get into the particulars, but overall good.
Marcus?
Yeah, I have the same viewpoint as Sin on this. Not the greatest Raw after Mania as a few others, but it's a solid, fresh start. We're in a brand new era now, so I feel like this will be a good starting foundation going forward.
I agree. I think this is just like I said. If this is our reset, obviously, Raw after Mania is always the reset when we get the fallout. No over the top debuts, returns, none. We didn't have any of that happen.
Surprise signings.
Surprise signings. None of those big things that we've seen in some years past went down on this one. I'm not necessarily mad at that. Obviously, let's start with the opening of the show. Cody, of course. Triple H coming out, giving him his flowers, giving him the opportunity to speak to the audience, to speak about everything. That whole first hour was no commercials, and they literally, between the two of them and of course the Rock being added into that mix, took up about 50.
The first 30 minutes of that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good, really emotional with Trip Cody having that moment, not just on the PLE like at the very end when he called him out, but having it in front of the TV audience, the Raw audience, like hugging him,
and then throwing a swerve, doing the audible, just like, hey, they kind of made something, they showed it to me, and so I wanted to show it to you, but I feel like you wanted us to show it to everybody, and so they came out with a phenomenal video package for Cody, showing his rise to the top, which is a pretty standard thing in the business. Currently now. Before that wasn't really a thing, but now it's really a thing. So they're kind of leaning heavy into like, this is the guy. And at least from my perspective, that's what that video package is showing, is like, we believe in you. Here's the ball, run with it. What's up, Doctor Who?
What up, Doc?
I know some people may be upset, but
Chuck, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not quite sure what The Rock gave Cody.
Nobody is.
Give him these nuts. Ha! Got him. Just kidding.
Shut up. Normally,
right. Quick speculation, Jokes. What do you think he gave him?
Bro, I don't even know where to start. Like, obviously, I was trying to think of something from, like, obviously, Rock and Cody have had a run in or two ages ago, so I was trying to think of maybe something from the past. Obviously, he's bringing over, but whatever it was he gave him, it was enough to be palmed in the hand. So,
and what was the words he used? Like, don't disappoint me again.
Don't disappoint me.
He said, "Don't break my." No, he said, "Don't break my heart again."
Don't break my heart again.
Okay, yeah. So, does anybody have an idea what that mean? What he's meaning when he says, "Don't break my heart again"?
I think it's referring to that. Back when The Rock came back, and he was putting himself in that picture, and then the whole fandom, the negative marks thing happened, and in conjunction with the Cody fans, and caused that audible, that swerve to happen. So maybe it was something back when he put up that footage about Cody going into the Rock trailer, they're having that moment. Maybe it was something from that particular moment, or
Mhm.
maybe a SmackDown moment. It could be a number of things.
Number of
I think
things.
it's personally, I think it's his dad's actual watch.
You think it's the one? I don't know. I felt whatever it was in his hand, it was too small to still be. Now, don't get me wrong. Rock's hands are massive. So
A
you
watch
still,
can fit a watch can fit in the Rock's hands, like,
yeah,
and
it's big
it's a Rolex watch, so they're not big bulky watches. They're sleek.
to do for it.
Do we find out next week what it was?
I don't think we're gonna find out what that is for a good while.
Mm.
That probably won't play out until whenever the Rock decides to come back. NXT will be involved. Driver is saying, "Hey, listen,
Hey,
that doesn't surprise me. Obviously, we've already had main superstars go back to the NXT brand,
yeah.
so I don't see that honestly being something that's too
We've
far
also
fetched
seen
to think about.
managers get traded to an actual main brand show.
If they do that, I don't think they'll do that. I think the general managers they'll all stay in their places for it.
I'm
But
not talking
definitely,
about the actual James. I'm talking about Ava, man. Between the lines, man. Between the lines.
she's not going nowhere. She's going
No,
to stay right.
I think the GMs are going to stay them for at least this next year. They're all doing great in their respective fields.
Mhm.
Ava's doing great on NXT and so forth. So I don't think there's no reason to shift anything in that department right now.
Did you see the thing in the Bronson Reed? No. So Marcus, you may
I
have saw. I
did.
know. Yeah, because me and Sin had to step away
Yeah,
for a
we
meeting.
missed it.
So
Yeah.
and enlighten us.
So basically, during the Bronson Reed video package, he's talking and stuff, and then weird stuff started to happen in the video package, and it's like I was alluding to earlier about an off screen or what we didn't see, but the live uh, audience saw or
Mhm.
and heard was this ominous music is playing and stuff, and then and lights are flashing and stuff, and then it just stops and it goes back to normal. That and so that's where I said it's. I believe it is the Bo Wyatt spot of Uncle Howdy, planting those
Possibly the
seeds,
seeds.
just like when they did when he was starting to come back. It's starting
They're
from
ready
that
to start
moment.
up again. Okay.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. So if these small little nuggets, and obviously I feel like if they're gonna, and it also said hello in the bottom right hand corner of the glitch. I'm gonna go back and watch it because we had to step for a meeting.
Yeah.
But I have a
Completely missed that.
So
I
I don't know
have
if either one of you saw like the Bray Wyatt documentary. There's something I'm not going to spoil it. Watch
I've
it
heard
all the way through.
through.
Watch it
I've
all
heard.
the way through. Don't skip. Just watch it all the way
Oh
through.
hell no, there is not going to be any skipping on there.
Treat it like a
Um,
Marvel movie.
Ooh.
Cody next time who would be Jay?
Yeah.
Like we got the answer to that, and it's just a matter
Yeah.
of if we're
No,
waiting.
Jay won for the World Heavyweight title.
He did. That's right.
Oh, well, I'm my bad. I'm getting the mix
Cody.
because
We need to see how. We need to see
Randy
how.
Orton.
That's a good choice, but we gotta see how it just plays out.
SmackDown plays
Yeah,
out.
how SmackDown plays out this week.
Obviously, with Randy, I feel like they'll probably do the same thing. The number one contendership. So
Yeah.
Randy KO, I feel like are the obvious two, just for the fact that they're
LA
not.
Knight's going to
LA Knight will be the
be
third.
LA Knight will
Yep.
be in there.
I can see AJ and Styles being the other
AJ
one.
probably
Honestly,
being in there too, just like
Yeah.
almost like a rematch type of thing.
yeah.
But
Well,
I
yeah,
would-
it is backlash / payback, whatever they're calling whatever happens after Mania. So yeah, that makes sense. If it's
I would
all
like
them.
to see Randy versus Cody. Like that's just another one of those like full circle type of things.
teacher student
have
moment.
Mhm.
to have them. So I definitely want to see that match happen.
If that's the case, the whole teacher student moment you're talking about, I don't know if I want to happen so fast. I would like a bigger build up
Mhm.
to it, so like somebody like me can learn about that type of history instead of just throwing it out there real quick and that'd be that.
Don't worry, I got you on the ropes.
Mhm.
I got
Street
it.
Diamond is a documentary. Yes, we saw that, and that actually looks pretty damn interesting. So, hopefully,
Oh
it drops
yes, I
early.
really want to see that.
So
Yes.
definitely going to be tuned into that for us. So you know what? I want to see someone from NXT challenge Cody. You know what? Something like that wouldn't surprise me. Cody would be a fighting champion, and I feel like when someone steps up and tries to
There's-
challenge him, I could see
I'll-
something like that being a thing.
As long as that first person is not Braun Breaker, I want Braun Breaker to be built like an actual
Yeah.
athletic Goldberg, Brock Lesnar type
Yeah.
I think there
character.
could be some
We call it
impressive. There's some impressive talent. There's a lot of impressive talent in NXT. Somebody to go up against Cody. The only person I can even think of is Dragunov right now. To even be able to hang with him. You know what I mean? So I like the idea. Just
I mean,
they're
honestly,
not ready for Cody.
Trick and Carmelo easily could step up. Now, don't get me wrong. With their story and what they're still probably going to be doing come tomorrow when NXT comes on, I could definitely see either one of the two of them, same thing. Listen, we have that spotlight, want to challenge you. And it may not even be for the championship. It'll just be a match.
Mhm.
Like, I wouldn't mind seeing some of those one-off type of matches here and there again, where it's not just this whole entire, listen, I just want to fight you as being the champion. So it wouldn't surprise me. NXT has the foundation and a lot of those pieces that they can use to have a type of match like that. And then let's say we even think further down the road, Survivor Series. Maybe if we go back to one of those like the NXT versus Raw versus SmackDown.
I was thinking that tonight, jokes. I lied to you not when I saw the three general managers together, and
we haven't had that in a long time.
I've never experienced it, so I want that so bad to see those three brands against each other.
We haven't seen it since the original Horsewomen.
When they did the original NXT, when I tell you NXT gave Raw and SmackDown a problem.
I'm watching NXT like religiously now, so I know that they can shock a lot of people. There's talent down there in NXT for real.
Draft will be better than this. Listen, we're getting the draft. Listen, I've said this most time. Like, I understand why we do the brand split. It's
the draft just needs to actually mean something.
Yes,
that I like.
And now, since we're under a new regime, it will mean something.
Well, we'll see if we'll stick to it. Like, I feel like we will probably stick to it to the T, just to have everyone be able to compete. Mm-hmm. We'll have the two belts on each shows, and definitely they're going to be they're going to be defended on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I said in the tag team division, putting everyone on notice, like, hey, it's
I just need whatever builds to these championship matches that we have to be meaningful. Don't get me wrong. I don't need just a random person to show up and just be like, hey, I just want to challenge you for the championship. But I feel like Cody will have some of those relationships with certain people that someone will come up to him and ask him that, and he's probably going to say, yes, let's go ahead and give the people this match on there for it. Mm-hmm. Let's see what we got. How did you feel about NXT appearances tonight? They felt weird. It was just Roxanne, and he felt like they pushed it with Roxanne. I actually thought they were okay. They were a little like.
I mean, but this has been something that happens before.
They
a few NXT people come up, especially the champions, and they showcase like the champions on the main brand. Like it happened with Karrion Kross, Shinsuke, Tommaso Ciampa. Like it's happened. So
I enjoyed seeing them on Raw, like showcasing what NXT has. You know what I mean? So putting Ilya up there, the men's champion, and Roxanne, shout out to her. She just got the title off of Valkyria at Stand and Deliver. So putting them on the main stage, Raw in front of everybody, I think it's a great way to show off the brand, especially the Raw after WrestleMania. They came off of a great Stand and Deliver. Like NXT put on the show.
Sheamus promo. I'm happy.
I'm hyped.
I'm happy to see Sheamus coming back.
Fella!
I want him to be involved somewhere. Like, I feel like we're gonna probably mid-card Sheamus for right now. But I feel like Sheamus and Damian could probably put on a pretty decent match. I think we could get a pretty decent match out of the two of them. So whether it ends up being, a championship opportunity or just obviously crossing paths on the way back in, Sheamus is gonna go through somebody, and who knows, that could be the first stop for him.
I will say, I know we're close to getting out of here. I was a little disappointed with my Judgment Day spot. Like R-Truth interrupting it. I love R-Truth and his comedic timing with the Judgment Day.
What do you mean? That was a setup for you can't see me to break his losing streak.
I know, but I would have liked to see like Damian really get like his flowers. Like he tried to get into it, then they went into the whole comedic portion.
This is good. This goes back to what we were saying, is that a kind of a joke, and like they really need to be
Yeah.
given like a bloodline
I feel like
seriousness.
they'll
And
get
that's
it.
what I was hoping for coming out of Mania. Like they
Listen,
had the
I
two
feel like they'll
belts.
get it. It was just, I'm sorry, it was just too perfect not to have R-Truth just show up with his belt too. Look, it was
Yeah.
just too to just let it happen, just to give us that 6-man tag team. Obviously Cena, he says he's got one more run. Now I don't know if that one run is going to happen right now. I feel like this is just the tease for him to come back, because I know he still has some projects in the works. So I feel like we may not see him until either halfway through the year, if not a little bit further out than that, before we see him come back for that.
SummerSlam, maybe.
But it's like he's not. Let's be real. He's not gonna come back and beat Cody.
No.
I could see him. I could see him beating Damian. And so obviously they can give him another championship and get him over.
Hey, magic number 17.
And get him
over.
Frisbee
the hump. Breaks the record.
So it's just a matter if they want to do that. I know they've been going back and forth, but actually thinking about letting Flair keep it or letting Cena go ahead and take it over. I won't be upset with it. If it's Cena, I'm good with it. The dude is a workhorse. He's done it.
That will be his last championship run, because
that would be
his send off. That's his Undertaker. All right, my boots are in the ring now.
And
on this case is Jorts.
And as much as he is a fighting champion, I feel like after he wins it, he probably would just relinquish it and be like, listen, I want to let the Stars Current right now go back and battle for this championship. I see him probably doing something like that.
I mean, I give him one good like title defense, and then like he just loses it.
Yeah,
I feel that would make it mean more. It was just like, all right, I'm done. This is it.
Jack Gable, Sammy next week, and
I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
It's going to be.
I feel like I feel like it's too soon, because I still want Chad Gable to be Intercontinental champion.
We're going to build something with this. There's going to be a build here.
Yeah,
and I mean, this is probably his heel turn moment, and then there will be no more Alpha Academy with Chad Gable in it.
No,
it's still they could potentially work it a different way, but I feel like, listen, we're going to get a solid match between the two of them, regardless of Sammy retaining, Sammy losing it, whatever. Obviously, I'm pretty confident Sammy's going to retain it, but the match that the two of them should be able to put on is going to be insane.
Yeah.
Possibly, we'll set it up for a future rematch to happen, whether it be like a SummerSlam or we take it like across pond to one of the shows over there for it. But what we got? Let's see what we got. Got to talk about that Drew title run. No bad match, no bad before it was still put over. Hey, listen, I'm not mad at that, but the getting Drew and Punk together. Hey, listen, I know Seth's going to be out of the equation probably for a little bit, but with the pettiness of Drew and at the same time the pettiness of Punk, I'm amped to let this play out for a good while. These two, they don't need a title to do this.
No, just some good old fashioned wrestling.
That and just give them mic time. That's it. Like they did the other week. Just go out there, just entertain people. Give us 15 minutes. Just let them cook.
Pettiness is going to be good. Obviously, a Punk clearly looks like he's probably in a little bit of a better state than what we're, going on to be, because my man is out there he's getting a little more physical. Obviously, not taking bumps and things like that, but he's at least out here holding my man down, tripping him up, hitting him with the actual arm brace. So
different arm though. Different arm.
It don't matter. He used it.
And he came out tonight to help Jay win against Drew. Held down Drew's foot so Jay can get the victory. So it's gonna.
I don't think that was more so for Jay. I think that was I'm screwing you over because I'm that level petty.
That's all that.
That's a CM Punk moment.
I think it was both. It was to screw Drew, but I like Jay. So cool.
Helping Jay was a small piece of that puzzle.
Yeah.
But the satisfaction that Drew lost that match,
yes,
that's the ultimate satisfaction for Punk. So all the pettiness that the two of them are going to be doing, I am here for it all.
1000%. Yeah.
But otherwise,
Jay Cargill and Chalisa Green, can't forget about that debut.
It was just she came.
I mean,
We knew what was going to happen. Yeah,
It wasn't.
But
like,
still, Jade's actual
Yes.
first match on a Raw, letting the
Yes.
Raw fans see Jade, I feel like that's a good step.
it was just a squash.
It is.
Like it was what it is. But obviously, we want the more
when
side.
you see Chelsea Green in the match, you know it's a squash match almost at this point.
We want to see more. But
Hey, but that's why we love Chelsea Green.
I have
Otherwise-
no hate for Chelsea.
Not at all.
I just know what I'm getting when I'm seeing the Chelsea match.
oh, never
That's
mind.
all.
But otherwise, tonight was just. I feel like it was just.
I thought it was good.
It was a good Raw.
Thought it was good.
We got our reset, and we're just gonna start. We're just gonna build new stories, and we're
Mm-hmm.
just gonna work our way from there. So it's always coming out of Mania. It's seeing how things are gonna start and where we're gonna start forming these different pieces of the puzzle. That obviously, no big debuts, no returns, nothing like that. Other than like Sheamus has announced vignette that he's coming back. I'm eager to see where Trips is going to sprinkle some of these things in.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we love a good surprise. And when they can keep something under wraps and just give us that ultimate surprise, like I'm going to say once again, even though it was random as shit, The Undertaker showing up was still super far off, and nowhere was that something that I was thinking of. So
Yep.
That literally was on no one's bingo card
no.
for that match.
So
So
obviously
that made it great.
in this era, I'm along for this ride, and we're gonna see how things go. But obviously,
looking forward to SmackDown.
we gotta get
to
to
see-
SmackDown.
yeah,
Actually,
looking forward
we
to
got it.
SmackDown.
We're gonna go to NXT. We'll see some
You're
things
right.
happen there.
Yep.
We can't forget NXT,
Right.
and then we'll get to SmackDown, and we'll see how things go. Because obviously, Cody's gonna be on SmackDown as well too.
Of course. I guarantee you there's going to be a Roman Cody in the ring moment, or at least
There'll be a moment.
backstage moment. There will be
Yeah.
some sort of after post WrestleMania face off.
Or it may not be Roman, it may be Paul. Roman
True.
may not actually show
True.
face. Paul will show up, and Paul will give him the flowers, and then just be like, the tribal chief has to step away for a little bit, but he will be back. And at some point, because you should get a rematch, it's just a matter of where we'll do it
When.
at. So, but overall, we're good with Raw tonight. Man.
Before we close out the show jokes, what were the standings for our predictions, man?
Marcus, we've already made it known out of the three of us. So overall, let's.
I'm just saying. I feel like the supposedly creator, the supposed champion, should just like on Up, Down, Down, should bend the knee and present the winner the championship. It's only fair.
the only reason why you won was because of the BS.
It doesn't matter. A win is a win. It's legit. We all had our picks.
Sin, you hear him say that now, but
You
any
know
other
me,
time,
I'm calling BS. I deserve another point. You know what I mean? It's controversy over these numbers right now. It's
Listen.
controversy.
we're gonna have some
discussion.
we're gonna have some conversations about these predictions that we're gonna be doing in the future, because when certain little elements get added, and it's literally the actual match occurring is when it happens.
Yeah, we're gonna have some discussions about these standings right now.
But Marcus, I will concede.
That's on the later one.
Out of the three of us, yes, you were the victor, even if it was by 1 point. Off
Doesn't
of
matter.
And
I
a
will
whole
concede
crop of
this one.
Bullshit.
So that means y'all both eating this chip, right? Because that was the stipulation for these promos.
We didn't put no official.
We didn't put no official.
Oh! Nah, it's in it's the starting point. Hey, you see, Brandon, if you watch this, rewatch this.
But here's the problem: the chip don't exist anymore, so it ain't going to even happen anyway.
You know what, jokes? Let's go and shut this thing down. We don't need to hear from him no more. So
We're
please,
good.
sir, close it out.
For all you guys in the chat, thanks for joining. This has been your Raw After Mania. Yeah, hey, listen, Ben. There wasn't a bet. There was nothing clear to do. We typically have some things here, but the chip that Marcus is talking about, unfortunately, it doesn't exist anymore. So we couldn't even do it if we wanted to now. Anyway, I'm sure you've heard of the one chip challenge. I've done it twice, but Marcus is just upset because he ate a stale chip.
We'll enlighten you behind the scenes later. Yeah.
But for Marcus in the backstage right now, and for the homie Sin, this is Jokes. This has been Raw After Mania. I'm not quite sure if we'll get a SmackDown. One of these is technically
look, we'll figure it out
as we get
just
close
stay
to it.
tuned.
But definitely
Just stay tuned to Wrestling Chat.
Stay in the chat. We'll probably just shoot some messages out. We'll probably just do a quick message, see how everybody enjoyed it, but we'll see when it comes time for it. But until next time, we will catch you later.
Loading snacks.